trying to eat a fish for dinner. Nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me.
Wrong with you.
Would you shut up? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just trying to... There's nothing wrong with me, kid. I'm trying to eat a fish.
What is wrong with you?
Trying to eat a fish and it falls off the plate. Would you shut up? You're bothering me more than a fish is bothering me. Would you shut up and leave me alone?
What's your problem?
I'm just trying to eat a fish.
What is wrong with you?
I'm only trying to eat a fish. Would you shut up?
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What's your problem?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me.
What's wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. Would you shut up and let me eat my fish?
What is wrong with you?
Shut up.
What is wrong with you?
Would you just shut up?
What's your problem?
Would you shut up?
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me. I'm just
What's
trying to
your
eat my
problem?
fish. Would you shut up?
What
You're
is
bothering me.
wrong with
You're
you?
beginning to... Would you shut up? You're beginning to bug me.
What's your problem?
Just trying to eat my fish.
What is
You stay on
wrong
the
with you?
plate. Would you
What
shut
is
up?
wrong
I'm just
with
trying
you?
to eat my fish. I'm gonna
What's
hit you
your
with my fish.
problem?
Worse than this
is
fish.
wrong
You're
with
worse
you?
than this fish. You're
What
more
is
of a problem
wrong
than a
with you?
fish. Would you
What's your
shut up?
problem?
Would you shut up?
What is wrong
Would
with
you
you?
shut your mouth? I want to eat my fish. Shut up. I can't even think.
What's your problem?
Trying to eat my
What
fish.
is wrong with you?
I don't have a problem.
What is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
have a problem.
What's your problem?
I don't have a problem. Can't
What
you
is
hear me?
wrong with you?
Can't you hear me? I don't have a problem. I want to eat my
What's
fish.
your problem?
Just want to eat
What
my
is
fish.
wrong
Would you
with you?
shut up?
What is wrong with you?
Would you just shut
What's
up
your
and let me eat
problem?
my fish?
What
What
is
is
wrong
happening
with you?
anyway?
What
Would you
is
shut
wrong
up?
with you?
My fish
What's
won't
your
stay on the
problem?
plate. Would you
I
shut
find
up?
myself asking that more and more
What is wrong with you?
as the days go on. What is even happening? What's even happening in this crazy goddamn world we live in?
What is wrong with you?
I don't have a
Trying to eat my
problem.
damn fish. Fish
I
slips
don't
away.
have a problem.
It's a metaphor, you understand. It's a metaphor for the life for lives like yours and mine. You know, try to eat the fish. Some unseen force that we can't perceive or do anything about takes it away. We grab the fish again. What happens? It gets taken away. We grab the fish again. I bet you can guess what happens next.
Would you just shut up?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know what God wants us to do other than just give up, lay down, and die. All right? I'm trying to figure it out.
Trying to eat a fish and it falls off the plate. Would you shut
I guess
up?
that's why I picked this video. I feel some commonality with this desperate man.
Would you just shut up?
We're all trying to grab our fish, and some fucking thing I know is taking the fish away, asking what our problem is, harassing us.
What is wrong with you?
Trying to eat my
I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Would you just
You gotta start somewhere, right? But I never know where that is.
stay on the plate?
What's your problem?
It'll get better. It'll get better.
What is wrong with you?
This stream's gonna get better. People are gonna start watching it. It's all gonna start coming together soon. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're all gonna see. You're all gonna see. All right? You're all gonna fucking see.
What's your problem?
And those of you that were laughing at me, they're making light of me and slide of me, you will pay. You will pay. Oh, you'll pay. Oh, rest assured, you'll pay. Hi there. Hi. Hi, I'm Uncle Game Boy, and this is my show that I do. This is my show that I do every now and then whenever I feel like it. And I don't even know if I feel like doing it right now. I was like starting this. I'm like, I don't know if I feel like doing this, but I feel, yeah. It's been a minute. You know, hi, I'm Uncle Game Boy, as I previously stated. And what am I doing today? Well, I'm doing something that I've already done before, but you're probably not familiar with because of the aforementioned lack of viewership. Okay, I'm trying not to take it personally. I'm doing just fine. What we do is we read a book. I know, books on Twitch, educational material on Twitch. You would have thought it's not possible, right? But groundbreaking shit is happening here on the Uncle Game Boy program. And, you know, we read a choose your own adventure book. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it real quick. It's basically, the title says it all. You choose your own adventure. You are the main character in the story. You make the choices and you have to suffer the consequences. And, you know, basically I was going to intro the book and then do the rules, but now that I'm in this shit, I think doing the rules first makes sense. So basically the rules of this are, we have to get a good ending. A good ending where it's like, basically 3 things can happen in a choose your own adventure book. You get a good ending, you get treasures and accolades and praise galore, etc. You eat shit, you're eaten by a giant, You're eviscerated by the ant people, or nothing happens. It's just like fucking horse shit. You just end up back in your fucking room or something. We want a good ending. So basically, what happens is, I really thought this was gonna go better when I started this. If we fuck up, right, we got to go back to the beginning and read it all again, and do it all over again until we get a good ending. You know what? I never know how to do this. I never know how to start this. I think it's best to just get into it. Let's just fucking get into it. Let's stop all this fucking pain and suffering, this hemming and hawing, and let's get to the damn book already. I think that's a great idea. But first, we have to share it on the screen. You fucking idiot! Jesus Christ! Here we go. Prisoner of the Ant People. Let's get some reading music on. Also, this music is great for the intro, but it sucks. Totally sucks for the fucking reading part. This, I think, is better. This is kind of more my style. All right. So to really just make it all clear as crystal, beware and warning. This book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences. You must use all of your numerous... This is too much. This is too much. Why did I think this was good reading music? This is good reading music. That's a little sad. Let's start a little... This'll do. Sorry for all the bumps in the beginning, you know, but it'll get good any minute. Just stick with it. You'll be glad you did. Where was I? You must use all of your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. Okay, I guess this book was not written with me in mind. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair. At any time, you can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its result. You are a research miniaturization specialist in the Zondo Quest group. Okay. In the last one, we were just like a kid in his room who like fucking stumbled upon a fucking magic carpet. Now this is like got like a fucking hard sci-fi premise to it. It's also a much longer book. The Flying Carpet was 52 pages, and I was a little disappointed by how sparse the adventure was, but can you really blame them? How much adventure can you cram into 52 pages? This is 148 pages. This is 3 times the adventure, almost. And I expect to be 3 times as pleased, which should get me to just about, acceptable. So, anyway, your mission: determine how the evil Power Master has unlocked secrets of universal energy so you may prevent him from causing the disintegration of matter. It has no... Well, there's O's a vowel. O's a vowel. I was about to say it has no vowels on it, but it has an O in it. But flipto. That's how you say that. Flipto. And run. Come on, guys. Come on. Can't we just... Flipto and Rendoxal? Rendoxal. That's not as hard as I thought. Rendoxal. Can't we just call them like Jeff and Tim? Flipto and Rendoxal, 2 of your research team members, come to you with bad news. The Rinpoche and Baba Ram teams are both missing. Oh man, this is gonna be a real fucking minefield. These bullshit made up terms and whatnot. Should you undergo miniaturization and go look for them? Sure. Or have they been kidnapped by the evil Power Master? Let's find out. Let's begin. And now we begin. You are sitting at home in your living sphere, a perfectly round, gravity-free structure. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You can choose from 17,000 different environments, and for today, you have decided on a Villa? Bob Villa? What's up, sweetie bear? And there's Heidi. We're going on an adventure, honey. For today, you decided on a villa in the Greek town of Minos, in the 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator. Instantly, you're there, or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now a villa. You can hear voices in the street outside, and you can smell fresh thyme and wildflowers. Just as you were about to relax in the villa, the hologram generator clicks off. You are back to your dull old white-walled sphere. Drat, what's up now, you say. The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement, Emergency! Emergency! All Zondo Quest All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to the command center. Repeat. Oh my god. Repeat immediately. I was thinking before I started this, like, I haven't read anything in a while, if I'm being totally honest, and maybe I should, like, read a little bit just to kind of get the marbles out of my mouth, but I don't think it was necessary. You are out of your room and into the free fall communication tube in seconds. Oh man, who's this guy? You have been a member of Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now. Your amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of this special group of researchers, a collection of the finest minds from Earth, Mars, and planet F-32, a planet at the outer rim of the galaxy. Planet F-32 has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest Group has been working around the clock in 3 shifts of 3. The group's mission is to combat the evil Power Master, an entity nobody knows much about, who's trying to destroy individual planets one by one. The evil Power Master has unlocked some of the secrets of the universe and is able to cause the disintegration of matter. Everything crumbles as molecules break up and atoms fall apart, sometimes with devastating explosions. The Zondo Quest Group is in overdrive to find out how the evil power... Is his name the evil Power Master? He's like... Please, call me Power Master. That whole evil thing, I don't think I'm evil necessarily. Sure, I want to destroy all matter, but you know, what good is it doing us anyway? I don't know. Anyway, the Zondo Quest Group is in overdrive to find how to stop the evil Power Master. That's his proper name. And doing this and stop him or her or it or whatever the fuck. Is it this guy? Is this the evil Power Master? Or is this just an artist rendering of what he might look like? It's rumored that other groups of concerned beings are also on the trail of the evil Power Master. Would you call him that every time? The evil Power Master? That irascible evil Power Master. You haven't run into them yet. Okay, I don't know what this even is then. This looks like Loki. Okay, so the evil Power Master, he's fucking Loki. What are we gonna? He's the god of mischief. What are we supposed to do? Even with all our incredible science fiction gadgets, what can we do against the Norse god of mischief with his infinite powers and his equally infinitely cruel and mischievous mind? What are we supposed to fucking do? Anyway, you were selected by the researchers to be trained in the computer organized laser miniaturization process, or these acronyms need work. And these names and these acronyms are all fucked up. In the future, nothing has a pronounceable fucking name. They say this planet's unpronounceable. I think Flipto and Compl are just as difficult. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. That's just fine with you, but it has been tough. There's all this sparse clapping in this song. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. That's just fine with you, but it has been tough, very tough. There is no time for fun, only work followed by more work. When you asked your group leader about it, Rendoxel responded in its squeaky mechanical voice.
We must stop the evil Power Master now. If we do not, there will be no hope for any of us. All will disappear like smoke in the wind. We must get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. We must succeed.
Okay, I didn't know he was going to talk that much when I started doing that voice. It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. It sounds sensual. You weren't sure whether or not you believe this mechanical creature from F-32, but at least you've been given an answer. Later, you checked with your second teammate, Flipto, a Martian who is relatively Earth-like, except in his... I'm sorry if this is an insensitive thing to say, but his fucked up name, all right? Can I call you Philip, all right? Isn't it like a romanization of your name or something that we can use so that I don't fucking have to struggle through every time I have to address you? Flipto confirmed Rendoxel's story, but he also came... Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. And that's one of the benefits of having no one watch a stream, is you can just fucking do this shit. Well, I will pause it. I don't like to talk about other fucking people's streams and stuff like that too much, but I saw this one guy who was just like fucking like blasting out snot. And like, get a fucking handkerchief. Get yourself a fucking handkerchief. What are you doing? Covering the snow and the floor and your fucking pants and shit with your boogers? Come on, man. You're on camera. What are you fucking thinking? And anyway, I'll be right- bitch, you're going out worldwide. You're going out worldwide. You know you gotta look good. You know you gotta look good. Anyway, later, I read all that already. What is this? What is this? What is this insufferable Martian one with their crazy names or even crazier religion? But he also said that he wouldn't really mind if. Wait, hold on. Okay, I gotta read that all again. Later, you checked in with your second teammate, Flipto, a Martian who is relatively Earth-like. Relatively. Flipto confirmed Rendoxal's story, but he also came. God, he said it again. He also said that he wouldn't really mind if entropy overcame the universe. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't even know the sex or even the material nature, let's say, of the quote unquote evil Power Master. All right. Remember Thanos from that movie that everybody liked and was like, oh, Thanos has a point. Thanos has a point. Well, is the evil Power Master really so evil then? If someone like Thanos could be coming from what could be considered a rational position of his own perspective, then what is it? Who are we to say that the evil Power Master is evil? That his quest to destroy all matter in the universe, destroying planets one by one, is so-called evil? I feel like that's a matter of perspective. And it seems like our Martian friend, even though I've been very critical of other choices that his people have made, he seems to be kind of more broad in his, you know, I'm trying to think of another word other than perception, but I can't. So it's perception of things. Personally, I find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. You'd never know what would happen. Yeah, things might be better. I'm just saying things might be better. And with how fucked up everything is, and I don't need to get into that, but with how fucked up everything is in this fucking planet we're on, whether it be Earth or Mars or planet F-32, can you really say that like it's going so good that we're so sure we don't need to get rid of all matter and just like give it a shot and see how it goes? It might be better. It might be better. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Maybe the evil Power Master has a fucking point. Maybe he has actually a fucking point. I gotta turn to page 8. Oh god, this flip though, man. Dude, your name is the least fucked up thing about you. With a slight bounce to come to the rest. Wait, huh? With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial grass of the research chamber. Rendoxal hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it is a brighter orange than usual, almost a red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked away in its dull blue and green metallic shell. Flip, though, sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. Damn, that sounds so comfortable. Oh my god. Get me a foam jelly chair. He calmly folds up. The future sounds like an incredible place. That's all I'm saying. He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout into the shape of a spaceship and proceeds to toss it into the air with a smile. You can tell that Rendoxal doesn't like such unprofessional behavior, but it ignores Flipto. Well, what's up, you ask? Rendoxal swivels towards you and speaks. All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members entered the research lab at 000170 appointed phase, but have not come out. They are gone. You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. Oh, you know, they're Minervans. It's one of their games. They'll be back. Rendoxal bleeps loudly at you, its usual sign of annoyance. I think this is him. Security search reveals no hidden Minervans in the research chamber. They are gone. You look at Flipto. He grins. Good riddance. They were pests. Flipto! Stop or you'll be demoted, you heap of protoplasm. You low-level air breather. Rendoxal threatens between bleeps. I'm getting confused as to who's talking to who. Okay, so Flipto says good riddance. They were pests. Okay, so Martians, so far as we can tell, are freakish racists. Spot the lie. I mean, what evidence to the contrary do we have so far? Stop or I will have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather. Now who's being racist? I feel like I'm the only fucking normal guy in this fucking research team. Where did we find all you chuckle fucks? We got a fucking serious issue here. The evil Power Master is trying to destroy all matter in the universe. Planets one by one. We only got 3, so fucking it won't take that long to get to us, right? I got you fucking racist chuckle fucks to fucking help me out. We're doomed. We're fucking done. This is game over, man. Game over. What page are we supposed to flip to? 11. Good. You know this must be trouble. Rendoxel only says things like that when it's really annoyed. Maybe we should... Does he like being referred to as it? I'm sorry to keep pausing so much. We got a lot of adventure to get through. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy mechanical voice. The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and begin an atomic ray search process. If you agree to go with Rendoxel, turn to page 6. If you suggest that you should keep watch in the research chamber while your teammates search, turn to page 15. If you and Flipto decide to form a separate search team, that's a fucking awful idea. Terrible fucking idea. No, we're not going to do that. Jeez. Both of these guys seem like fucking assholes. I'm going to go with, if you agree to go with Rendoxel, we'll go to page 6. We'll go into he's a fucking robot. He's a fucking robot. He's supposed to be like smart and shit, right? I'm with you, Rendoxel, you say. Lead the way. How about you, Flipto? Flipto nods his nicely shaped head. If you say so, buddy. If you're into that, if you're fucking into that. Except for his lack of nose and ears, he could almost pass for an Earthling. Yeah. Except for like the most defining features of a human face. He has no nose or ears like Zapyrus. And if you don't know who that is, read about the fucking history of the histories by Herodotus. It's a bit of ancient history that's fun. I don't feel like going into right now, and I probably shouldn't even fucking said anything about it. He gets oxygen through osmosis, and his entire skin surface is his hearing system, giving him the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of microphones. Is that good? He often claims to be able to hear atoms clanging against each other, but his wildest claim is that he can hear thoughts before they are put into words. How the hell do you get sleep, buddy? Damn, this sucks. Being a Martian sucks. You're ugly, you're racist, you hear everything like Daredevil. You've got more sensitive hearing than fucking Daredevil? What the hell? Being a Martian is fucked up. You give a fleeting look at the communication tube that leads you to your comfortable little sphere. Then you join your 2 companions. The 3 of you pass by the mechanical guards and enter the research chamber by punching in a complex 17-digit... Jesus Christ, 17 digits! On the digital lock. Your work on atomic structure is so top secret that you need both guards and mechanical security devices. Fascinating. 17 digits seems a bit excessive, but whatever. Click. The hatch opens. The research lab is silent and empty. On the desk near the laser miniaturizer... Can we just call it a shrinker? Come on. Miniaturizer. That's fucking at least 6 syllables. I might have missed a couple in there. It's at least 6. Shrinker. 2. Done. You know what? We'd be getting a lot more done if we weren't spending all fucking day saying miniaturization process and just say, go to the shrinker. Anyway, the research lab is silent and empty. On the desk near the laser miniaturizer and the remains of the Baba Ram team's lunch. You look closely at the sandwich wrappers. No crumbs. That's strange. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Sorry, 1 second. And I don't know who I'm talking to. The hypothetical audience, bear with me. Oh yeah. And we're good to go. Shit. Fuck. What was it? Fuck. Shit. No, wait, hold on. Wait, what happened? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh nam. Oh nam. There we go. Okay, turn to page 10. Okay, good. That's strange. Right, that's strange. Where did the Baba Ram team's lunch go? Why is their lunch still here, rather? Their lunch is here. Where are they? Well, let's go. Switch on the miniaturizer, you say. They're not here. They must have miniaturized. I knew they'd get into trouble. It's still not safe to miniaturize on a subatomic size. We are saying miniaturize so much. Get smaller, shrink. We can use synonyms. We don't have to just say this. We don't have to live like this. They were too eager. Randoxel hesitates. Wait, Earthling. Should we not search here first before the miniaturizer is turned on? Yeah. I think what I'm thinking right now is that my default method is going to follow the robot's advice. He's a cold, unfeeling machine. He's just full of numbers and fucking analysis. He should be fucking leading us in what is empirically, objectively, the best choice. Yes? I think so. The other thing I wanted to say that I forgot is that one of the things with Choose Your Own Adventure is that, like, last time I did this, it took 2 hours or so to get to a decent ending. This could end fucking in 15 minutes. You know, this could be just like, oh, we made all the right choices right at the beginning and we defeated the evil Power Master. We discovered what he is, who he is, what he's doing, why he's doing it, stopped all of it, you know, and it was all good. So if that happens, that happens. And if you say, what a jip, I would say, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. But the second thing I would tell you is that you knew this was possible from the beginning. There's no set amount of time this could be. It's whatever it is. It's an adventure. You don't know how it's going to go. It could be short. It could be long. It could not end. And you could, I don't know, back to it. And we should get back to it, I think. We should search here. We should turn to page 34, I think. And now that I'm seeing there's so many pictures in this, I'm starting to think maybe this book is not as long as I thought. What was, oh God. Okay. I knew this was going to happen. It was 34, right. And I have just the thing. I have just the thing for the situation. Hold on. I had a pen. I had a freaking pen, and there it is. Okay, cool. 34. We go to page 34. All right. Okay, Randoxel. I'll get the laser scanner, you say. Before it can reply, you leave the research chamber and take a transport tube down to the supply room where the laser scanner is kept. Minutes later, you come back with the scanner, which sits snugly in its holster on your belt. You punch in the digits, all 17 of them, on the research chamber's lock. The door opens. The door clicks open. Hey, Fructo, I've got you. Stop in mid-sentence. No one is there. The guards say no one has left the chamber. They haven't even heard anything unusual either. They haven't heard anything unusual either. If you decide, oh my God. Okay. If you decide, I think I said decide again. If you decide to investigate the chamber, turn to page 41. If you think you should stay out of the chamber, at least for now, turn to page 50. Caution is the name of the game. You don't need to go in that chamber. Something's fucked up. I'm having a hard time following what's going on, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I thought we were going to be, like, where's the ant people? I feel like we haven't even left the fucking office yet. You slam the door shut on the research chamber and lean against it as if to keep out evil spirits. You are completely on your own now. Of the 3 teams of 3 members each, only you are left. Minutes tick by. Finally, you push yourself away from the doorway and move about the room. The artificial grass feels strange beneath your feet. Your immediate reaction is to go back home. You want out of this weird world of disappearing creatures. Did I fuck something up? That didn't make a lick of fucking sense to me. No? That's okay. All right. Turn to page 56. What the fuck? The guards in the room stare at their webbed feet, unwilling to or unable to comment on the strange things going on. It's as if all the researchers have been eaten up, removed by the voracious appetite of the evil Power Master. Not even crumbs are left. You enter the communication tube and free fall back to your room. On your way, you hear it. At first, it is like a faint scratching. Then it grows louder and vastly louder. Now the noise sounds like mountains being torn apart or the thunder of tidal waves. The sound increases exponentially. It doubles again until wham! Your universe tears apart. One last exploding, roaring, smacking blast of light is all there is. The evil Power Master has done it again. And with that, we have failure number 1. I was thoroughly confused through all of that. I didn't really understand what's going on, and we didn't even get to meet a single ant person. Bit of a jib. I think one of these gets copyright struck. I need to remove it, but I don't know which one it is. Okay, let's try this again. That's the name of the game, right? Choose your own adventure. Sometimes your choices are not good. All right. The thing is I was going to say usually, but I only have one previous example of doing this. But like the other time I did this, I fucking had some idea of what I did wrong. You know, I have no fucking idea what I did wrong. I don't even know what was happening. I don't even think we shrunk or miniaturized, as they would say. Anyway, you are sitting at home in your living sphere, a perfectly round gravity-free structure. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You can choose from 17,000 different environments, and for today, you have decided on a villa in the Greek town of Minos in the 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator. You know what's funny? I just realized that I was making a references to Pyrrhus earlier, and in the very beginning, he picked, like, the era around that's maybe like 200 years off or so, but like around that time where that guy was around. That's all. Probably didn't need to say that. You switch on the generator instantly and there you are. At least it seems as though you are. At least it seems you are. At least it seems you are. Or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now a villa. You can hear voices in the street outside. Ah, the agora. You can smell fresh thyme and wildflowers. But just as you were about to relax in the villa, the hologram generator clicks off. You are back in your dull, old, white-walled sphere. Fuck. Drat, you say. What's up now, you say. The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement. Emergency, emergency. All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to the command center. Repeat, immediately. You are out of your room and into the freefall communication tube in seconds. There's my buddy, the evil Power Master, presumably. You have been a member of Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now. Your amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of the special group of researchers, a collection of the finest minds of Earth, Mars, and planet F-32. Yes, we've gathered all the most racist, insufferable minds from all over the galaxy. A planet at the outer rim of the galaxy, planet F-32, has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest Group has been working around the clock in 3 shifts of 3. The group's mission is to combat the evil Power Master, an entity nobody knows much about, who is trying to destroy individual planets one by one. The evil Power Master has unlocked some of the secrets of the universe and is able to cause the disintegration of matter. Everything crumbles as molecules break up and atoms fall apart, sometimes with devastating explosions. The Zondo Quest Group is in overdrive to find out how the evil Power Master is doing this and stop him or her or it. It's rumored that other groups of concerned beings are also on the trail of the evil Power Master. You haven't run into them yet. You were selected by the researchers to be trained in the Computer Organized Laser Miniaturization Program, or COMP. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. That's just fine with you, but it has been tough, very tough. There's no time for fun, only work followed by more work. When you asked your group leader about it, Rendoxel responded in its squeaky mechanical voice, "We must stop the evil Power Master now. If we do not, there will be no hope for any of us. All will disappear like smoke in the wind. We must get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. We must succeed." It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. You weren't sure whether or not you believed this mechanical creature from F-32, but at least you've been given an answer. Oh, so is he from like a planet of robots? Wow. A planet full of racist robots. What an incredible science fiction concept. Later, you checked with your second teammate, Flipto. a Martian who is relatively Earth-like. Yeah. He reminds me of certain aspects of my home more than others. You know, like all the racism that happens there. He seems relatively Earth-like in that respect, that he's racist. Flipto confirmed Rendoxal's story, but he also said that he wouldn't really mind if entropy overcame the universe. Oh, right, he's a Martian. He's a Martian. He doesn't talk like that. Personally, I find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. You never know what would happen. I know I'm wearing my prejudices on my sleeve and my sleeve while talking about Flipto, but I don't like Flipto. If I haven't made it clear, I don't fucking like this fucking Martian. With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial glass of the research center chamber. We might not get to the end of this story today. I don't know. Rendoxal hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it is a brighter orange than usual, almost red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked away in its dull blue and green metallic shell. Flipto sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. Don't call him it. You can call the robot an it. You can't call the Martian an it. All right. Just because everyone else on the team is a fucking bigot doesn't mean that I'm gonna act that way. All right. He finally fuck. Okay. From this point on, there's a flub-free zone. I almost fucked up saying that. This is a flub-free zone. No more flubs, all right? He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout into the shape of a spaceship and proceeds to toss it into the air with a smile. You can tell that Rendoxal doesn't like this unprofessional behavior, but it ignores Flipto. The robot isn't it. Well, what's up, you ask? Rendoxal swivels towards you and speaks. All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members entered the research lab at 000170 appointed phase, but have not come out. They are gone. You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. Oh, you know, they're Minervans. It's one of their games. They'll be back. Rendoxal bleeps loudly at you. It's usually a sign of annoyance. Security search teams... Wait, yeah, that's him. Security search reveals no hidden Minervans in the research chamber. They're gone. You look at Flipto. He grins. Good riddance. They were pests. Stop or I will have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather. Rendoxal threatens between beeps. You know this must be trouble. Rendoxal only says things like that when it's really annoyed. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy mechanical voice. The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and begin an atomic ray search process. Bear with me 1 second. So I want to make sure everything is okay. It seems like it is. It seems like it is. 1 second. Yeah, good. Okay, cool. All right. So what do we do here? If you agree to go with Rendoxal, that didn't turn out so great. Following the robot led us straight into the eradication of all matter in the universe. So I think if you suggest that we should keep watch in the research chamber while your teammates search. I'm if this goes tits up, I'll consider going with Flipto, but I don't know. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense. If you suggest that you should if you suggest that you should keep watch in the research chamber while your teammates search, turn to page 15. All right. I guess we'll do that. I don't really know what that means. It's a different choice, though. Sorry, Rendoxal, but I'm not going to volunteer. You know the rules yourself, but let me remind you of them. Zondo Quest Team, Article 5, Section 32, Paragraph 11. No condition ever warrants leaving the research room empty. There must be a team member on duty at all times, whether human or not. Intelligence must be present. Okay. I'm really fucking confused. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I was told there was ants in this story. I was told a story about being a prisoner of the ant people. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Wait. Okay, right. Here we go. Rendoxel hisses like a teapot, swivels and grimaces. Flipto emits a gurgle of delight at your performance, but he stifles it quickly. He's not eager to provoke the automated wizard further. He's a wizard. He's a wizard. What? He's a wizard. Okay. He's a robot. He's a racist robot wizard.
Rules are made to be broken, Earthling. I am ordering you to come with me. This situation was not anticipated when the rules were written.
Rendoxel activates the computer monitoring devices, extends an aerial that looks like an insect's antenna, and emits a purple ray that freezes both you and Flipto. Oh shit. See, there's ant people. I know there are. Gotta be here somewhere. Wait, what's going on here? Help, help, you cry, but it's too late. You were in Rendoxel's power. So is Flipto. Before your eyes, Rendoxel begins to shed its plastic flippers. They drop off, and then the metallic body clanks to the floor. Before your terrified gaze, a giant warrior ant stands glaring at you. There he is. The ant speaks. What?
Now you know, I am leader of the ant people. It was child's play to take over the body of your comrade. We ants have been alive for 80,000 times longer than Earthlings, and even longer than you Martians. We will rule the universe. We are more intelligent, harder working, and more disciplined than any other creature. We are organized. We capture the evil Power Master, and know he works for us, just as you two will.
Holy shit. Fucking shit's getting real. You stare at the ant before you. What should you do? If you plead with the ant to let you cooperate with the ant people, dude, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? You think at the slightest pressure I'm just gonna turn into a fucking turncoat? You think I turned into a turncoat? Not I. You got the wrong buddy. If you use your powers of mental concentration to resist the hold of the purple beam, turn to page 33, and that's exactly what I do. I resist the beam. Your beam can't beam me, you jerk. You draw all your energy up toward your forehead. You become as calm as you possibly can. As calm and as quiet as a palm in the a pond or a palm. They could both be in the forest, a pond in the forest. You concentrate on the ant. You concentrate on the beam of purple light coming from the ant. You concentrate on your strength, your will.
Foolish Earthling, you cannot break the power of the ant people. Your power is nothing compared to mine.
The ant's purple ray intensifies. You feel your muscles burn. Your body tightens like wet leather drying in the sun. Yeah. You increase your concentration even more. Harder, stronger, intensify your mind power. A calmness floods you. Your whole being strains to resist the purple beam, and you turn to page 45. Snap! You did it! The purple ray is broken. Hooray! Hooray for you, Earthling! Flipto cries out. We Martians are every bit as powerful as you Earthlings, but I gave you the chance to show off. I hate Flipto. I hate Flipto. Can I get assigned to a different unit? All right. Not so quick, my friend. Oh, wait.
Not so quick, my friends. I have more in store for you.
It is the leader of the ant people speaking. But before the ant has a chance to show what he has in store, you leap to the wall and switch on the research chamber's sonic pest eliminator. The ant is stunned and momentarily paralyzed. The sonic pest eliminator's frequency does not affect you or Flipto. Before the ant can recover, you have tipped him down the trash chute. Like fucking Veruca Salt. Now, your only task is to find the Rinpoche and Baba Ram teams. Good luck. The end? What? That can't be the... There's got to be more to... You know, this is something that I didn't remember, and maybe I'm realizing now, like, because this happened with the flying carpet also, is that maybe they're all bullshit endings, because it seemed like even the good endings did end kind of abruptly, or there was like a lot of story to go. Like the one that I got that was a good ending that I was like, this is it, I'm done now, I don't want to do this anymore, was the flying carpet like helped me win a horse race, and I got like some stuff, and they're like, how did you win the horse race? I'm like, I'll never tell. And then that was it. I'm like, well, how do I get home? What do I do with all the treasure? You know, there's got to be more to this story, right? It doesn't end here, right? But it said the end. So I don't know. That seems like a good ending. It's like the ant people showed up. They're like, you can't defeat me. I'm like, guess again, buddy. And then I fucking busted his ass into the fucking trash chute. He's in the garbage now. But I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything at all. So I'd like to try again. So and on that note, I would like to try again. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something I said I would never do. But I don't see any other way. I don't see any other way to have a fucking satisfying adventure in this damn book. Please bear with me 1 second, if you would. Yep. All right. This time it's going to go good. I don't know if it's apparent. No, I'm trying to keep my energy, but I don't really like this book that much. It's fucking confusing. I think its concept is a little too like complicated, or I don't know if that's the right word, but like there's too much going on in it. Where it's just like, okay, there's aliens, there's shrink rays, there's fucking... Like, I thought you were going to get shrunk down and hang out with some ant people. I can't even tell what size the ant people are. I can't even tell. It's just, I don't know. You hear a title like Prisoner of the Ant People, and you're like, yes, I'm on board, let's go. And then you get there, and you're like, this was a lot bigger in my imagination, I'm realizing. Anyway, it's just another fucking day. I'm sitting at home in your living. It's in the second person. You are sitting at home in your living sphere, a perfectly round, gravity-free structure. You know, we all have them. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You choose from 17,000 different environments. And today, you have decided on a villa in the Greek town of Minos in 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator. Instantly, you are there, or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now a villa. You can hear voices in the streets outside. Ah, the agora, yes. You can smell fresh thyme and wildflowers. You can also smell fucking Socrates' grundle. Holy shit. Anyway, but just as you were about to relax in the villa, the hologram generator clicks off. You're back in your dull, old white walled sphere. Ugh. Drat, what's up now, you say? The concealed... God damn it. That didn't happen. I said concealed. The concealed... Yeah, this music's appropriate. This is appropriate music. The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement, emergency, emergency. All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to the command center. Repeat, immediately. You're out of your room and into the free fall communication tube in seconds. You've been a member of Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now. Your amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of this special group of researchers, a collection of the finest minds from Earth, Mars, and Planet F32, a planet at the outer rim of the galaxy. Planet F32 has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest Group has been working around the clock in 3 shifts of 3. The group's mission is to combat the evil Power Master, an entity nobody knows much about, who's trying to destroy individual planets one by one. Well, if you don't know much about him, how do you even fucking know that? The evil Power Master has unlocked some of the secrets of the universe and is able to cause the disintegration of matter. Everything crumbles as molecules break up and atoms fall apart, sometimes even devastating explosions. The Zondo Quest Group is in overdrive to find out how the evil Power Master is doing this and stop him or her or it. It's rumored that other groups of concealed beings are also on the trail of the evil Power Master. You haven't run into them. I'm looking for them. I would love to have help from anyone else other than these 2 fucking assholes that I've been saddled with. Is that saddled? Saddled. You were selected by the researchers to be trained in the Computer Organized Laser Miniaturization Program, or COLMP. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. That's just fine with you, but it has been tough. Very tough. There was no time for fun, only work, followed by more work. When you asked your group leader about it, Rendoxol responded in its squeaky mechanical voice, "We must stop the evil Power Master now. If we do not, there will be no hope for any of us. All will disappear like smoke in the wind. We will get to the building blocks of the universe. We will get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we help. We develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. We must succeed." Like pause for one moment. This shit right here makes me think that there should be more to it. All will disappear as smoke in the wind. We must get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. Like, we gotta fucking find those fucking parts. We gotta fucking turn them into a plan. We got shit to do. Like, we beat one ant guy, yes, but there's presumably more. You know, this is called Prisoner of the Ant People, not Prisoner of the Ant Person. There's more than one probably, and we gotta fucking find them and stop them. And while we're at it, maybe keep an eye out for those building blocks of the universe also, so we can develop a plan, a solid, executable, reliable plan to defeat the evil Power Master. I thought that's what this book was about. And I'm getting jerked around left and right. What I'm looking for, what I would be satisfied with, is a permanent end to this fucking diabolical villain that is seeking to destroy the entire universe. That's what I'm trying to do. But I think that there might be nothing like that in this whole fucking book. I'm starting to wonder what I'm even doing here. It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. I mean, we know he's a traitor now, so we don't fucking go with this guy. And before I was thinking the worst thing I could do is fucking split off with this fucking idiot racist Martian, you know, but like fucking that might be best, because like my other option is a guy who's been taken over by one of the evil ant people. One of those fucking guys. A little loud. It's a little loud. So we can't trust this motherfucker. It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. Yes, but there might be other hands in there, ant hands, that aren't so soft. You weren't sure whether or not you believe this mechanical creature from F-32, but at least you didn't you've been given an answer. Later, you checked with your second teammate, Flipto, a Martian who is relatively Earth-like. Flipto confirmed Rendoxel's story, but he also said that he wouldn't really mind if entropy overcame the universe. Personally, I'd find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. You never know what would happen. You can be pretty sure that you just fucking die, though, right? I mean, look at this fuck. Look at this fuck. I don't fucking know what's going on with him, you know? But I'd imagine if you got broken up into a bunch of damn pieces, you'd be dead. With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial grass of the research chamber. Rendoxel hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it is a brighter orange than usual, almost a red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked away in its dull blue and green metallic shell. Flipto sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout into the shape of a spaceship and proceeds to toss it into the air with a smile. You can tell Rendoxel doesn't like such unprofessional behavior, but it ignores Flipto. Well, what's up, you ask? Rendoxel swivels towards you and speaks. All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members entered the research lab at 000170 appointed phase, but have not come out. They're gone. You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. Oh, you know, they're Minervans. It's one of their games. They'll be back. Rendoxel bleeps loudly at you. Its usual sign of annoyance. Security search reveals no hidden Minervans in the research chamber. They are gone. You look at Flipto. He grins. I've just decided, I know this is a little late to be doing this, but Flipto needs his own unique voice, and I know just the voice to give him. Good riddance. They were pests. Stop, or I will have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather. Rendoxel threatens between beeps. It's getting hot between these two fucking freaks. You know this must be trouble. Rendoxel only says things like that when it's really annoyed, or when he's concealing a terrible traitor within his metal carapace, let's say. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy mechanical voice. The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and begin an atomic research process. I don't know. Rendoxel, that seems like kind of a slapdash plan that maybe would be something that an evil ant person would be trying to trick me into agreeing with. But I'm not so easy to fool. And I've actually decided, upon much reflection, I'm going to go with Flipto, and we're going to decide to form a separate search team, and you can go fuck off, you traitorous robot fucking dick. All right? Fuck you, Rendoxel. We don't need your ass. Flipto and I work well together, Rendoxel. Besides, it will be much better if we have 2 search teams. So you go you way. We'll go ours. Rendoxal shudders slightly. A sure sign of its displeasure, but it agrees. Go on then, go on. You will be out of my way. In the blink of an eye, Rendoxal hits the miniaturizer button, and the 3 of you are all instantly reduced, clothes and all. Good. Thank you. I was really concerned about that. To the size of a grain of rice. The research chamber now looks like an enormous cavern glimmering with pale whitish light. Rendoxal rotates around on its axis to orient itself. Then it's gone in a clattering, whining huff. Flipto moves over to the remains of the Baba Ram's lunch. They were and are greasy wrappers from the tuna salad sandwiches the Babas consider an exotic delicacy from the planet Earth. Oh, wait. I thought they were just sort of obtuse, like, code names or something, but that's a planet? The Baba Yubba planet or whatever? Hey, look at this. Flipto points to a series of marks on the wrappers. They appear to have been made with a sharp instrument. Can you decode these marks? Asked Flipto. It looks like a message. If you think the marks are worth trying to decode, turn to the next page. If you decide the idea of decoding them is a waste of time, turn to page 35. I mean, what does it hurt to even just see if it means anything? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I'll try to decode them, you say. You look very intently at the strange marks on the wrappers. And it's not easy. The marks look like this. They look like this. They might be marks from a fork, for all you know. Then you remember a Martian symbol game Flipto told you about. The most popular game on Mars, as popular as chess or checkers is on Earth. This looks strangely like that game, but oddly enough, Flipto doesn't recognize it. Is he just that fucking stupid? That'd be so funny if it's like, you see like something that looks like a chessboard and then like, you're like, this seems like there's some sort of symbolism to this strange segmented square thing. And then the Martian's like, that's checkers, you fucking idiot. That's from your planet. Dude, how do I know more about Earth than you? You're the fucking Earthling. How do I know more about your fucking fucked up culture than you do, man? Where did we get you? Why is what skills is Flipto bringing to this? So far, I can't think of, he hasn't shown any kind of ability in any way at all. 7 minutes later, though, you have decoded the message with his aid. It reads, okay, seems like an unnecessary thing to like have the Martian not understand it and then help you understand it, but whatever. I think this, what I'm discovering is that some of these books have sort of problems with their narrative and the way that they're written. Almost like they're written for like a stupid fucking little kid that wouldn't know any better. But anyway, 7 minutes later, though, you have decoded the message with his aid. It reads, we are in the grip of the evil Power Master. Help. Luzinia. Now we're getting somewhere. She's where the Power Master is. We get to her. We get to the Power Master. We stab him in the fucking eye with a spear. And we end this fucking Mishigas once and for all. All right? We'll never have to struggle through saying the fucking words. Wait, shit. Oh, fuck. I should have seen what the fucking page was. Hold on. Okay. I was like, you'll remember it. And I didn't. I just didn't. Okay. Here we go. Turn a page. I was 48. Wait, that didn't make any sense what I was reading. No, that's not 48. That's also not. Getting warmer. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, what the? I thought that he was there already. The evil Power Master again. I thought so. You puzzle over the note. Who could have written it? Who was Luzinia? Then you see the body of a worker ant crumpled up underneath one of the sandwich wrappers. The ant is still alive, but barely. Let's torture him for information. With his dying breath, the ant whispers,
They went into the ants' kingdom of Zom to help Luzinia in her fight against the evil Power Master. I'm dying, but tell them I'll never forget.
With a shiver, the ant dies. You turn and stare at Flipto. The ants, I never thought about them. Who would have? Who would have? Who would have? They're fucking ants. They seem so insignificant. I'll bet they're the ones who have been on the trail of the evil Power Master for hundreds of years. Okay. Wait, did Flipto say that? Oh, yeah, he did. All right, well, I gotta read it in his voice. The ants! I never thought about them, but who would have? They seem so insignificant. I'll bet they're the ones who have been on the trail of the evil Power Master for hundreds of years. I can't do that high voice. No. I'm going to say something real quick that might be interesting. You know, if you can do high-pitched voices and stuff like that, getting a tracheotomy will likely undo that ability for you, as I'm finding now. The ants. He talks. He's got more. Yeah, no, I'm Flipto. I'm from Mars. Yeah, this is how we talk on Mars. Yeah, my mom's Menegot. My Martian mother's Menegot. There we go. The ants, I never thought about them. Who would have? They seem so insignificant. I'll bet they're the ones who have been on the trail of the evil Power Master for hundreds of years. I'm game, Flipto. How about you? Shall we search for the Kingdom of Zom? I think that sounds like something that could qualify as something close to an adventure even. Flipto reminds you that you are not armed. If you and Flipto decide to go back to full size and arm yourselves, turn to page 103. You know, it would seem that the prudent, cautious, and rational choice would be to turn to page 103 and go back, size up, arm up, get our fucking guns and our fucking bandoliers and our fucking bunch of grenades and fucking laser swords and shit, and we'll fucking go in there and run them down. But what I'm thinking is that such a fucking obvious choice, it can't be the right choice. That's a fool's choice, an obvious choice, a fucking Martian's choice, not my choice. All right? You're not gonna fool me that fucking easily, book. You fucking book. Fuck you. I see your tricks. We don't need to be armed, Flipto. We're just a human and a Martian. Besides, it can't hurt to just look around. I say let's get to it. Where do we start? Flipto answers, I suggest an anthole. Where else? Very good, Flipto. Very good. You get a gold star for effort. Don't be patronizing to him, all right? A careful search of the surrounding area reveals a small crack in the far wall. No light shines inside and you sense danger. This must be the entrance. This must be the entrance. Let's go. I bet running in there with a bunch of guns would just make us look bad. I think this is actually this is the better way. This is the better way. Okay, I'll lead the way you say. Follow me, but be quiet, Flipto. Inside the crack, you see a series of tunnels leading off in different directions. The largest tunnel has a faint reddish glow. Unlike another tunnel glows yellow and a third glows with a white light. Well, which one, Flipto? You choose, oh great earthling. We Martians don't appreciate choice, you know. What? And you know what, Flipto? I'm actually not curious about what that means. Let's just fucking keep going. If you you know what they say, you choose white, you go right. So I'm picking white. Tunnel as white as my skin. This is page 68, right? I'm pretty sure. So are the ant people good? I'm no closer to understanding what's going on. I'd rather follow the white light. That red glow is too scary. Let's go, Flipto. You're soon deep within the anthill. You see no other living creatures, but you come across chamber after chamber filled with the signs of what must have been a rich, flourishing civilization. You wonder if it was part of the Kingdom of Zom. What happened here, you ask? This place is like a tomb. Flipto cautions you to be quiet. You don't know who's around. We must be careful. From far inside the anthill comes a booming, rumbling voice. Turn to page 26. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Wait, hold on. What happened? Oh fuck, did I forget what page it was? Oh shit. This 16. It was 16. It was 16. It was page 16. I'm pretty sure. Right, okay, white. No, 68. Okay. I remembered some of it. I remembered enough to get back to where I was. That's something. Turned to 26. See, they're it's almost the same number. There's only one difference. Your friend Flipto is right. You must be careful if you were to get out of the kingdom of Zom alive. You step dead in your tracks. Who spoke? Where did that voice come from? What should you do? Let's get out of here while we can, Flipto Gaps. We Martians have always been firm believers in survival. This is too dangerous. I'm gonna ignore this fucking Martian. Fuck him. He doesn't fucking tell me what to do. Oh, god damn it. I'm going on, you so long, Martian. Flipto looks at you with Martian sadness and waves once. You plunge on, searching for Luzinia and the others, but the anthill is a complex maze of tunnels and chambers. There is no light, and after hours of careful searching, you are hopelessly lost, tired, and scared. What is most frightening is that there is no life in this city under the ground. No life, only the terrible fear of the evil Power Master. His force is fear. His rule is death. You can't escape. And that is a failure. All right. Now, one thing that is kind of frustrating is I think we are on the right path. And I just kind of fucking, fucked up at the end there. 1 second. That's how fucking shiny my fucking face is. I had a feeling that was the wrong choice, but I made it and I did it, and now I'm starving to death in an abandoned city. All I can hear is the echoing maniacal laughter of the evil Power Master, taking light in my folly. All right. So what's sort of frustrating is that I think that was basically on the right track. And I'm going to have to read pretty much all of that again up until right here. But that's the rules. When I was a kid, this would go a little different. I would if I fucked up, I'd just kind of keep my thumb on the page that I'd previously read, if you will, and if it got all fucked up, I'd oh well, actually that didn't fucking happen. It's like a save state. But that's not how this works when we're doing a very popular and well-regarded stream. We have to go to the beginning and do it all again. So I have to do it all again, all of it. Probably. I don't know every other way seemed like it was fucked up. So here we go. You were sitting at home in your living sphere, a perfectly round gravity-free structure. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You can choose from 17,000 different environments, and for today, you have decided on a villa in the great town of Minos in the 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator, instantly you are there, or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now a villa. You can hear voices in the street outside. Ah, the agora. You can smell the fresh thyme and the wildflowers. You just are about to relax in the villa. A little quiet time to myself. And then the hologram generator clicks off. You are back in your dull, old, white walled sphere. Drat. What's up now, you say? The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement. Emergency, emergency. All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to command chamber. Repeat, immediately. You are out of your room and into the free fall communication tube in seconds. I'm gonna get you, buddy. I'm gonna get you this time, all right? I'm gonna find out your fucking plan. I'm gonna discern your sneaky, evil tricks, and I'm gonna defeat your evil Power Master ass, all right? You're going down. You're going down, you fucking Loki-looking motherfucker, all right? You've been a member of the Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now, and this is gonna be my last year because we're done with this shit. This is the winning run. This is the winning run. I'm calling it right now. I've got this fucking figured out. All right. From Zondo Quest Group 2, you don't fuck with us. All right. Your amazing talent. My amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of this special group of researchers. This special group with a traitor, a racist, and me. What could go wrong? A collection of finest. I'm sorry. The robot is also a racist. But he's primarily a traitor. Maybe due to his racism. I don't know. The future seems really, really fucked up. Anyway, researchers, a collection of the finest minds from Earth, Mars, and planet F-32, a planet at the outer rim of the galaxy. Planet F-32 has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. And more importantly, it is populated with mechanical wizards. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest group has been working around the clock in 3 shifts of 3. The group's mission is to combat the evil Power Master, an entity nobody knows much about, who is trying to destroy individual planets one by one. The evil Power Master has unlocked some of the secrets of the universe and is able to cause disintegration of matter. Everything crumbles as molecules break apart and atoms fall apart, and sometimes with devastating explosions. The Zondo Quest group is in an overdrive to find out how the evil Power Master is doing this and to stop him or her or it. It's rumored that other groups of concerned beings are also on the trail of the evil Power Master. We haven't run into him yet, but perhaps we will. Perhaps we will in due time. Perhaps, just perhaps. You were selected by the researchers to be trained in the computer-organized laser miniature program, or COMP. They wanted a young person to try new approaches. That's just fine with you, but it's been tough, very tough. There is no time for fun, only work, followed by more work and more classical music. When you asked your group leader about it, Rendoxel responded in his squeaky mechanical voice, "We must stop the evil Power Master now." It's not exactly squeaky, but this is the robot voice. This is the robot's voice. "If we do not, there will be no repeat, no hope for any of us. All will disappear like smoke in the wind. We must get to the building blocks of the universe. Only then can we develop a plan to stop the evil Power Master from tearing them apart. We must succeed." It clanked several times and squished its soft plastic hands together. We weren't sure me weren't sure whether or not you believe this mechanical creature from F-32, but at least you've been given an answer. Later, you checked with your second teammate, Flipto, a Martian who is relatively Earth-like. Flipto confirmed Rendoxel's story, but he also said he wouldn't mind if entropy overcame the universe. "Personally, I find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. I'd find it interesting to break up into minute pieces. You'd never know what would happen." With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial grass of the research chamber. Rendoxel hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it's a brighter orange than usual, almost red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked into its dull blue and green metal shell. Flipto sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout into the shape of a spaceship and tosses it in the air with a smile. You can tell the Rendoxel does not like such unprofessional behavior, but he ignores Flipto. "Well, what's up?" you ask. Rendoxel swivels towards you and speaks. "All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members entered the research lab at 00170 pointed phase, but did not come out. They're all gone." You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. "Oh, they're Minervans. It's one of their games. They'll be back." Rendoxel bleeps loudly at you. It's usually a sign of annoyance. "Security search reveals no hidden Minervans in the research chamber. They're gone." You look at Flipto. He grins. "Good riddance. They were pests." "Stop or I'll have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather." Rendoxel threatens between bleeps. This must be trouble. Rendoxel only says things like that when it's really annoyed. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy, metallic voice. Now it's scratchy. It was squeaking. Now it's scratchy. I feel like, based off of this description, my voice is pretty accurate. That's all I'm saying. "The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and begin an atomic research process." "No a fucking chance." I didn't mean to do that in this weird Scottish accent. Streaming makes you fucking crazy, man. It makes you a fucking maniac in about an hour. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go with this fucking Martian guy, right? We got the furthest there, right? Flipto and I work well together in Doxel. Besides, it'll be much better if we have 2 search teams. So you go your way, we'll go ours. Rendoxel shudders slightly, a sure sign of its pleasure, but it agrees. "Go on then, go on. You will be out of my way." In the blink of an eye, Rendoxel hits the miniaturizer button, and the 3 of you are instantly reduced, clothes and all, to the size of a grain of rice. The research chamber now looks like an enormous cavern glimmering with pale, whitish light. Rendoxil rotates around on its axis to orient itself, then it is gone in a clattering, whining huff. Flipto moves over to the remains of the Baba Ram's lunch. They are greasy wrappers from the tuna salad sandwiches the Babas consider an exotic delicacy from the planet Earth. Fucking Philistines. You ever had a fucking bunch of boiled ostrich tongues? Now that's a delicacy. Hey, look at this, Flipto. Hey, look at this. Flipto points to a series of marks on the wrappers. They appear to have been made with a sharp instrument. Can you decode these marks? Asks Flipto. It looks like a message, which I should know because it's a message written in my native language. But, anyway, why don't you take a crack at it? 1 second. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I think they're worth trying to decode. I'll try to decode them. You say you look very intently at the strange marks on the wrappers. It's not easy. The marks look like this. They look like this. This is like a Kurt Vonnegut book. This right here, like little drawings in between the paragraphs and stuff. It's like a Kurt Vonnegut. I feel like I'm reading a Kurt Vonnegut book. And I think we can all agree this is just as good as the best of Kurt Vonnegut's work. They might be marks from a fork for all you know. Then you remember a Martian symbol game Flipto told you about, the most popular game on Mars, as popular as chess or checkers on Earth. It's commonly understood as that. And yet Flipto looked at this and went, "What the hell? What the fuck is this? Maybe your Earthling ass can figure it out. I'm stumped. I'm fucking stumped." It's like, this is Martian. This is the language you speak. Fucking, where did they get you, Flipto? Were they like, up, that's it, we scraped the bottom of the barrel, there's nothing left? Like, oh wait, there's one left, Flipto. Flipto's in there. Let's get him out. Let's get him out onto the fucking Group 2 research team or some shit. I forget what our team is called. All right, I don't know, but what I do know is that you're a fucking chuckle fuck, and I don't know how the fuck you fucking got onto this, you know, rarefied research team. I don't know if I used that term correctly. Anyway, we got fucking an evil power master to fight. I'm sorry for the digression. It looks strangely like that game, but oddly enough, Flipto doesn't recognize it. Yes, no further explanation there. 7 minutes later, though, you have decoded the message with his aid. This is just poorly plotted. Like, why can't the Martian read it? Like, it doesn't make a damn difference. It's just confusing this way. Anyway, we've been on this long enough. We are in the grip of the evil Power Master. Help! Courtesy of Luzinia. Who is Luzinia? Shit. No, who's... Oh my god. Shit gets crazy. 48.
The evil Power Master again. I thought so. You puzzle over the note.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I read this already a minute ago, and I know that fucking ant pop out. But that was me talking. So I talk like this. The evil Power Master again. I thought so. You puzzle over the note. Who could have written it? Who is Luzinia? Then you see the body of a worker ant crumpled up underneath one of the sandwich wrappers. The ant is still alive, but barely. With his dying breath, the ant whispers,
They went into the ants' kingdom of Zom to help Luzinia in her fight against the evil Power Master. I'm dying, but tell them I'll never forget.
The shiver, the ant dies. You turn and stare at Flipto. The ants. I never thought about them. Who would? The ant. I think that's Flipto. That's Flipto talking. And that's Flipto talking, actually. The ants. I never thought about them. Who would have? That seems so insignificant. I'll bet they're the ones who have been on the trail of the evil Power Master for hundreds of years. I'm game, Flipto. How about it? Shall we search for the kingdom of Zom? Flipto reminds you that you are not armed. Fuck it. We don't need to fucking get guns, all right? We get guns, we get got. We gotta fucking do this now, okay? Time is of the essence. We don't need to be armed, Flipto. We're just a human and a Martian. Besides, it can't hurt to just look around. I say let's get to it. Where do we start? Flipto answers, I suggest an anthole. Where else? Very good, Flipto, very good. You get a gold star for effort. A careful search of the surrounding area reveals a small crack in the far wall. No light shines inside and you sense danger. But this must be the entrance. This must be the entrance. It must be. This is it. This is the run. Okay, I'll lead the way, you say. Follow me, but be quiet, Flipto. Be quiet. Damn, he's a tall motherfucker. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. Once we discovered Mars, professional basketball just became a different sort of sport entirely. You know. I don't know anything about basketball. I didn't know why I tried to make that, but you know, he's a tall guy. Basketball. Anyway, okay. Okay, I'll lead the way, you say. Follow me, but be quiet, Flipto. I know how you get. Be quiet. Inside the crack, you see a series of tunnels leading off in several directions. The largest tunnel has a faint reddish glow. Another tunnel glows yellow, and a third glows with a white light. Well, which one, Flipto? You choose, oh great Earthling. We Martians don't appreciate choice, you know. I'm going with the white one again. That seemed like it was working okay. I think where I fucked up was not listening to my who I'm realizing now is my boon companion, Flipto. I'd rather follow the white light. That red glow is too scary. Let's go, Flipto. You are soon deep within the anthill. You see no other living creatures, but you come across chamber after chamber filled with the signs of what must have been a rich, flourishing civilization. You wonder if this was part of the kingdom of Zom. What happened here, you ask? This place is like a tomb. Flipto cautions you to be quiet. You don't know what's around. I was the one telling you to be quiet. Now you're the one telling me to be quiet. It's crazy. You don't know who's around. We must be careful. From far inside the anthill comes a booming, rumbling voice. All right. Your friend Flipto is right. You must be careful if you are to. Wait, that shouldn't just be my voice. It's like, okay, it's like a mystical. But your friend Flipto is right. You must be careful if you're to get out of the kingdom of Zom alive. You stop dead, rather, in your tracks. Who spoke? Where did that voice come from? What should you do? Let's get out of here while we can. Let's get out of here while we can, Flipto. I guess we Martians have always been firm believers in survival. This is just too dangerous. All right, well, I thought maybe we were meeting like a new ally. Maybe it was like, this is Luzinia. Luzinia's fucking trying to fucking help us. Let's fucking hang out with her. We went real far. The Jewels of Nabuti. the Lost Jewels of Nabuti. I think I know what the next one's gonna be. The Lost Jewels of Nabuti. Oh, I'm just gonna write that down real quick. Nabuti. There we go. The Lost Jewels of Nabuti. Oh, there's all sorts of incredible adventures we can go on. Shit, what was the? Oh God, I don't remember the. I don't remember the page. Shit. Oh fuck. Okay. That's okay. Oh, here we go. Wait, this was it. Wait. No, there's the yellow light. Shit. Okay, hold on. I remember page 16. We go there, or 26. Here we go. Okay, try to retreat. Go 85. Okay. No. 85. Oh, jeez. Slowly and carefully, you and Flipto creep back up the tunnel. Only the sounds of your feet in the tunnel can be heard. Fools, you can't escape from me. The rumbling voice surrounds you. You freeze in your tracks. You are finished. The voice grows louder and louder until the entire anthill shudders. From above, a giant hand reaches down and lifts away the top of the anthill. Attached to the hand are the muscular arm and body of a well-formed humanoid. Oh, he's hot. The evil Power Master is hot. He's swole as shit. That's the first thing you're thinking as you're being like you're about to die because of this like infinitely powerful and evil being. It's just like, damn, his fucking arms are huge. Damn, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing all day, Power Master? You look fucking good. When you catch sight of the face, it is the hideously twisted face of the evil Power Master. Yeah, but you know it's not hideously twisted? His fucking six-pack, man. He's fucking looking good. If you just don't pay too much attention to his face, he looks fucking... He's sexy, man. He's fucking sexy. Ruler of the dark regions of the universe. Cool. So I guess he wins again. I don't know how much zip I have in me, but I feel like that's the whole point. Oh gosh, what do I even do? Do I have to go down a different tunnel? Or do I trust the robot? I don't know what to do. Oh man. There's no escape from the fucking clutches of the evil Power Master. I feel like we were on the right track with the... If the difference between being in the clutches of the evil Power Master and defeating the evil Power Master once and for all, finding out who the hell Luzinia is, seeking the aid of the noble ant people, and defeating this menace once and for all, is choosing between 3 different colored tunnels of light, that would be a bit silly, I think. That seems a bit arbitrary to me, if I'm being honest. Okay, we're gonna try some other stuff. This time. You were sitting at home in your living sphere. A perfectly round, gravity-free structure. A hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch. Let's play some different music. Hologram generator sits next to the entrance hatch, ready to be switched on. You can choose from 17,000 different environments, and for today, you have decided on a villa in the Greek town of Minos in the 3rd century BC. You switch on the generator instantly. You are there, or at least it seems as though you are. Your sphere is now in a villa. You can hear voices in the streets outside. Ah, the agora. You can smell fresh thyme and wildflowers. But just as you're about to relax in the villa, the hologram generator clicks off. You're back in your dull, old, white-walled sphere. Drat! What's up now, you say? The concealed speaker hisses, and then you hear the announcement, Emergency! Emergency! All Zondo Quest Group 2 members go immediately to the command chamber. Repeat, immediately. You're out of your room and into the free fall communication tube in seconds. I'm gonna get you this time, bitch. I'm gonna fucking get your ass. You have been a member of the Zondo Quest Group 2 for 3 years now. Your amazing talent with computers led you to the attention of this special group of researchers, a collection of the finest minds from Earth, Mars, and Planet F-32, a planet at the outer rim of the galaxy. Planet F-32 has a real name, but no one can pronounce it. For 7 years, the Zondo Quest Group... Bear with me one second. I gotta blow my fucking nose. Give me 1 second. muted. I've been muted. How long have I been muted for? Oh shit. Oh, probably not that long. Probably not that long. Probably just a minute. Anyway, I gotta mute myself again. Man, that sucks. I really hope I wasn't muted. I don't think I was muted for a long time, but I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. It only matters to me, you know. It only matters to me. I'm the only person who's going to watch this. I'm the only person who's going to enjoy it. But, yeah, I hope I wasn't muted for a long time. I was briefly thinking maybe I'll just read everything again just to be sure. You know what? I am going to do that. I am actually going to do that. Who gives a shit? All right. I'm pretty sure I read this. Let's just start here. Turn to page 8. Yeah, I don't think I might have been muted this whole time. I'm just going to read it all again. With a slight bounce, you come to rest on the artificial grass of the research chamber. Rendoxil hovers in the center of the room, emitting its usual orange glow. This time, though, it's a brighter orange than usual, almost red. Its plastic flipper-like arms are quietly tucked away in its dull blue and green metallic shell. Flipto sits nearby in a foam jelly chair. He calmly folds a piece of used computer printout in the shape of a spaceship and proceeds to toss it in the air with a smile. You can tell that Rendoxil doesn't like such unprofessional behavior, but ignores Flipto. Well, what's up? You ask. Rendoxil swivels over to you and speaks. All members of the Rinpoche team are missing. The Rinpoche team members enter the research lab at 000170 at a point in time, but they're not coming out. They're gone. You take a seat in another foam jelly chair and lean back. Oh, you know, they're Minervans. This is one of their games. They'll be back. Rendoxil bleeps loud at you. It's usually a sign of annoyance. Security search reveals no hidden Minervans in the research chamber. They're gone. You look at Flipto. He grins. Good riddance. They were pests. Stop or I'll have you demoted, you heap of protoplasm, you low-level air breather. Rendoxil threatens between beeps. And now it's like nothing went wrong. Isn't that incredible? You know, this must be trouble. Rendoxil only says things like that when it's really annoyed. Now the robot continues speaking in its scratchy mechanical voice. The Baba Ram team is also missing. I'm getting to the limit of how much I can do that voice. Holy shit. The Baba Ram team is also missing. Same conditions. I need volunteers to search for them. I will lead. Are you two with me? We will miniaturize and I'll begin an atomic ray search process. I think you got just the right idea, Mr. Tin Can Man. Let's go. I'm with you, Rendoxil. You say lead the way. How about it, Flipto? Flipto nods his nicely shaped head. Except for his lack of nose and ears, he could almost pass for an earthling. I guess beauty standards have sort of slackened in the future. He's fucking twice as tall as the tallest man. He's got at least 4 eyes. His whole fucking body is an ear. He has no nose. And you're saying he's almost a human being? Huh? He gets oxygen through osmosis. His entire skin surface is a hearing system. That's crazy. Giving him the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of microphones. I'm just imagining what that would be like. It sounds awful. But I mean, if that's your physiology and you've been like that way for like presumably many millions of years, or if we're going by humans, at least like 500,000 years, you know, then I don't know, maybe it's you'd be surprised how quickly you get used to it. Anyway, he often claims to be able to hear atoms clanging against each other, but his wildest claim is that he can hear thoughts before they are put into words. Spooky. You give a fleeting look at the communication tube. 1 second. Sorry. The communication tube that leads back to your comfortable little sphere. Then you join your 2 companions. The 3 of you pass by the mechanical guards and enter the research chamber by punching in a complex 17-digit code on the digital lock. Your work on atomic structure is so top secret that you need both guards and mechanical security devices. Click. The hatch opens. The research lab is silent and empty. On the desk near the laser miniaturizer are the remains of the Baba Ram team's lunch. It's weird how much of this story revolves around like examining discarded lunch garbage. That was sort of redundant. You know, it's discarded. It's garbage. That's what garbage is. Anyway, I'm sorry. We need to get through this. My battery is running out. Like my personal battery. You look closely at the sound trappers. No crumbs. That's strange. Well, let's go. Switch on the miniaturizer, you say. They're not here. They must have miniaturized. I know they'd get into trouble. It's still not safe to miniaturize to a subatomic size. They were too eager. Rendoxel hesitates. Wait, Earthling. Should we not search here first before the miniaturizer is turned on? Now. Things got fucked up when I listened to this guy. I say, the three of it, just miniaturize right now. Let's just get this shit over with. Okay, I thought that was the end. Like, fuck you. But although miniaturizing is dangerous, you've learned that it is very useful in exploring the composition and structure of matter. We can't lose a minute, Rendoxel, you say. Time is crucial. They're not here. Let's miniaturize right now. Flipto nods in agreement. You approach the glittering miniaturizer as cautiously as if it were alive. Carefully, you position yourself on the round red spot where the miniaturizing beam will be directed. Will you put the machine on automatic, Flipto? Thank you. A pleasure to be of service. He hits the dark blue automatic square and joins you and Rendoxel on the red spot. There is a brief moment of calm. A shimmering golden vapor cloaks all three of you. It feels warm and relaxing. Ooh, so nice. When you look around, you are standing on a field of red rock surrounded by gigantic concrete cliffs. Towering above you is an enormous metallic object that casts shadows as far as you can see. Fuck. What was it? Was it 40? It was 46. I know. Now I know, yeah. Quickly you orient yourself. You are quite careful to bring along an accurate map of the research chamber, knowing that when you are miniaturized, everything looks different. Hold on, wait. It's Flipto. I can hear noises. They're coming from the west, just about where the specimen cabinet is. He points over the hilly concrete wasteland that is the floor of the research chamber. Noises? What kind of noises? Be more precise, Flipto, or you will be removed from this team. You Martians are too vague. Oh, Jesus, that was the robot. Noises? What kind of noises? Be more precise, Flipto, or you will be removed from this team. Your Martians are too vague. Oh, Rendoxel, ease up. They do have the same voice. They have the same voice. Oh, Rendoxel, ease up. Flipto. You know, we sound alike. You know, I sound like a more like urban version of you, Rendoxel, if I may be so bold. Oh, Rendoxel, ease up. Flipto replies, you machine types are all the same. Output, schmoutput. You know, the noises I hear are not humanoid, nor are they machine noises, nor are they Minervans. They are made by something else. That information is not sufficient. They can't talk together. There has to be someone talking with them. It can't just be the two of them. That information is not sufficient. Rendoxel still sounds cross. He's harder to do for some reason. We must assemble all information input before taking action. You intercede. It's our only clue. Let's go ahead. Okay, I was too busy with I got kind of distracted by my voice problems. We can't trust this fucking robot. So I say we follow the noise. Flipto takes the lead, finding a path across the jagged, craggy concrete floor of the research center. You trip once and fall down. The concrete is sharp and you are badly scratched. Rendoxel notices the blood on your shins and beams a healing ray on you. On you go. That's nice. I could use a healing ray. What would take seconds if you were your normal size takes hours in your miniature state. Stop, be quiet. Flipto holds up his hand. Rendoxel bumps into you and the two of you fall to the concrete with a thud and a clank. What is it, Flipto? I don't know, I'm not sure, but I can hear a sound coming from there. He points to a large tunnel-like opening in the wall of the research chamber. You realize that while the tunnel looks large now, it is really so small that you'd never notice it if you were bigger. Let's go, says Flipto. Before you have a chance to take another step, 6 warrior ants march from the tunnel. You know, that's one thing I've been thinking about. There is not a lot of ants in this story for a story called Prisoner of the Ant People. And I never got imprisoned by them. I couldn't even fucking find more than one of them at a time, you know? We outnumbered the ant people whenever I fucking ran into them. Whether it was while they're dying underneath a sandwich bag or something, or they're inside a robot. They even fucking got close to imprisoning me. Maybe now, before we take a chance, 6 warrior ants march up from the tunnel. They walk in a tight formation at an angle to you. They form a perfect phalanx. If they were carrying shields, they would look like a Roman legion on patrol. Duck quick, you hiss.
Duck, quick.
Fine, but where to? Flipto whispers back.
Fine, but where to?
Flipto is right. There is no place to hide. The craggy concrete cliffs are no protection from this fast-moving patrol. And I'm not muted, yes? Okay. I do need to mute myself though once. You know what? Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I don't. Yeah, that's my life. That's my life. You got a problem with it, why don't you fucking come over and do something about it, motherfucker? All right? Yeah, I gotta blow my nose sometimes. So what? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. Anyway. What the fuck's going on? Right, I got a healing beam. What would take... stop, be quiet. Flipto holds up his hand, and Doxel bumps into him. It's hilarious. Like the Three Stooges just falling into each other. Stop! And then they all fucking bump into each other. Falling ass over tea kettle. It's hilarious. What is it, Flipto? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I can hear a sound coming from there. He points to a large tunnel-like opening in the wall of the research chamber. You realize that while the tunnel... Right. If we were smaller, it looks much larger, and we... Let's go, says Flipto. Before you have a chance... Right, the ants and the Roman Legion... Duck, quick, you hiss. Fine, but where to? I already read all of this. Flipto is right. There's no place. I'd already read all of this. Okay. I'm realizing as I get to the end of it, I've already read all of this. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for everything I've done. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Then a second larger patrol emerges from the opening. The leader of the Rinpoche, there they are, Logo. The leader of the Rinpoche team. I thought they were all dead. He's walking with them. He looks like he is a prisoner, and we've gotten... This is the eponymous prisoner of the ant people. We've done it. We figured it out. We found it. We found out where it was. There it is. There's the prisoner of the ant people. Hey, Logo, over here, but you can't finish your call to him. Flipto clamps a hand over your mouth. Quiet. The marchers pass without appearing to notice you. Doxel sneakily... He says, Rendoxel squeaks quietly, and I put that, Rendoxel sneakily. Rendoxel squeaks quiet. I almost said it again. Squeaks quietly. Logo does not appear... Oh, wait, he whispered.
Logo does not appear to be in danger at present. We should investigate the tunnel.
This could be the end of everything right here. Do we go with the more heroic option? I feel like generally they'd be wanting you to do that, not to abandon this guy. I don't think we should abandon him. I think we should help him. And if this is how long I've been doing this for, almost 2 hours. I did it for 2 hours last time. I'm done after this. I know everyone's gonna be real fucking disappointed. I'm like, no, Uncle Game Boy. You see, we're gonna finish it. And we love your stream so much, and we look forward to it so much. Fuck you. I don't care. I don't give a shit what you fucking want. I'm ending it when I say so. And if this doesn't turn into the fucking incredible, life-affirming, satisfying, rewarding ending that I am seeking, then I'm gonna fucking stop, and I'm done for the day, and that's good enough for me, and it's gonna have to be good enough for your ass. Okay, we're gonna go get Logo. Wait, fuck. Logo does not appear to be in danger at present. Actually, I'm reconsidering this because from previously attained evidence that, didn't happen, but it did happen, we know that I think the ant people are not in league with the evil Power Master, our ultimate enemy. They are actually trying to defeat him. So if we rush in there, I mean, it looks as if he's their prisoner. It looks as if he's a prisoner. But maybe he is not actually the eponymous prisoner of the ant people like he seems to be at the moment. I think we should actually investigate the ant tunnel. And even though I'm pretty sure this fucking robot still has an ant in him, I don't know if that is just undone by not choosing that option or something, or if it's still a reality of what we're dealing with. And what was even the page? It was 60 something. It was 60 something. It was 65. I'm going to investigate the tunnel on page 65. And it's not going to say the end. And if it does, it's not going to be a bad ending. Come on, honey. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. All right. I've been through a lot today. Don't fuck me. All right. Please don't fuck me. Thank you. You head off across the floor, leaving Logo a prisoner of the Ant Legion. He will have to take care of himself for now. The route you follow leads to a shiny metal tunnel. Randoxel enters without a second of hesitation, and you and Flipto follow. All right. After what seems like hours of walking, you come out of the tunnel into an enormous chamber filled with digital control panels. They're being monitored by ants. You are invited in by an ant welcoming party. Come in.
Come in. We have been waiting for you. It is about time.
Oh, I cannot do that very long. I hope we don't have an extensive conversation with the ant people. I don't think my throat can take it. And yes, all the ant people sound alike. Of course they do. They have been watching you through closed circuit TV from the moment you entered the tunnel. The speaking ant manages a graceful bow to the three of you and then continues on.
This is an energy tracking station, part of a universe-wide network of energy watchers.
The ant waves one leg at the bank of ants, watching the hundreds of multicolored screens lining one wall.
You might say we are rather like your typical weather forecasts on the Earth-type planets. Oh, God. We check the flow of energy in the universe. We are trying to stop the evil Power Master and his deadly game of cosmic checkers. Oh, God damn.
You blink at him as if you could. You blink at him as if blinking could help you understand. What? What good does it do to check energy flow? My eyes are watering from doing that. Fuck.
Oh, come and see if you like. Join a search team.
The ant gestures towards several ants in spacesuits. This is getting fucking freaky, man. The ant gestures towards several ants in spacesuits standing by jettison tubes, which look almost like soda straws waiting for takeoff. And each tube is a needle-shaped space probe vehicle. Hell yeah, I joined the search team. Of course I fucking joined the search team. Page 88. That's what I do. Look at my ass. Cool. I'm game. Let's go. You can't resist exploration of any kind. Even your parents call you an adventure junkie. Yeah. For a number of years, he was also a couple other kinds of junkies, but thankfully he's moved past that point of his life. You know, now he gets through his jollies through adventure and not out of a syringe. You struggle into a spacesuit with difficulty since it was made for ants. Some of these extra spaces for arms and shit. Oh yeah, they do have that. Look, this is fucking like.
You look so ridiculous with your arms just hanging there, dead and lifeless.
I don't have 6 limbs.
We will stay here.
And Doxel says, I gotta. Oh, okay. Next time, there's only one guy that talks like this.
We will stay here, and Doxel says closely, you are air breathers. You air breathers take needless risks. Remember, we are trying to break the force of the evil Power Master, not sightsee the cosmos.
Hey, don't leave me behind, Flipto calls. We Martians are every bit as curious as, and I may point out, probably braver than, your average Earthling. The commander of the ant search team nods to Flip, though, and soon he is suited up. He looks really funny. The empty tubes for the extra ant legs dangle loosely from his suit. Bitch, you look the same. Bitch, you fucking... You're like, you look ridiculous. It's like, you look the same. You look the same as me, motherfucker. God, I'm a dumbass. You know, I was thinking before, when I first started this, I'm like, this fucking crazy robot wizard and this racist-ass, dumbass fucking Martian asshole. What fucking hope do I have fucking hanging out with these two chuckle fucks? Turns out, I was the chuckle fuck all along. Damn, man. That hits hard. Anyway, we gotta fucking stop this. We gotta stop this guy, and I think we're getting pretty close. Flipto's voice comes over. Yeah, exactly. Flipto's like, yeah, let me read it and you'll see. Flipto's voice comes over your helmet speaker. If I look funny, you should see yourself. The head ant interrupts. He's like, yeah. This is nothing new, you know. Turns out I was the asshole all along. The head ant interrupts.
This way. Take seats in the viewing module. Strap yourselves in. This is an extremely rapid hyperspace vehicle.
With an enormous roar, your silver needle-shaped space pod is propelled into space through a vent tube that extends to the surface outside the lab. The ant commander is precise and careful in his commands.
Accelerate to departure velocity, he orders. Decrease gravity device by factor 42. Bring space window into range.
The other ants are well organized. They respond with speed and skill. The silver pod rushes through space, exits through a space window, and darts across the space galaxy. No, it just says galaxy. Where are we headed and why? You have to know. The ant commander turns to you.
Energy should be evenly distributed throughout the universe, but unfortunately, it isn't. The evil Power Master disturbs the flow of energy. He destroys what he can when he can. The evil Power Master exploits any and all weaknesses. Some places have more, others less. We monitor these energy differences. We hope to warn planet systems in the galaxy when too much or too little energy is available. Then it is up to the planets to do what is needed. The trouble is that no one ever listens to us ants. It's frustrating. Perhaps it's because we talk a little too much. By the time we've made our point, they've stopped paying attention long ago.
You stare out the viewing port, watching worlds spin by in a blur of silver, orange, red, blue. Suddenly, that was weird. That was a weird way to write that. Suddenly, the space pod comes to what Earth types would describe as a screeching halt. Bear with me 1 second, please. I'm going to mute it. I'll remember to unmute it. I'll remember this time. And the adventure continues. The adventure continues. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a satisfying ending. What is that? You ask the ant commander. God damn it. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Our sensors have picked up a heavy concentration of energy on planet F-32. We'll check it out.
The ant commander confers with his subordinates.
Confirm. Dangerous energy level in F-32, possibly of matter disintegration. Send warning. The evil Power Master lurks.
You wish Rendoxal was here. How much time until F-32 disintegrates? The ant looks at you, shaking its head.
F-32 is disintegrating right now. This very minute. We ants were originally inhabitants of a brilliant civilization. We were happy ruling a scrap of the universe when it disintegrated. It caught us by surprise. When our planet came apart, our ancestors were scattered throughout space along with the meteorites. We've been working at trying to stop these giant explosions for millions of years. No luck yet.
He speaks sadly, and you nod in sympathy. At that moment, F-32 explodes. A brilliant light suddenly illuminates the void. You return with the ants to their home base. From now on, you will try to aid them in their work. work identical to your own. You must save the worlds. Oh, okay. I was really, for a minute, I was thinking F-32 was the robot. I'm like, wait, he's here and he blew up? So we just got there just in time to watch the robot's planet destroyed. Listen, I'm not particularly thrilled about it, but I think that is what has to pass for a good ending. We made allies. We were on the right track. And some other story that maybe is a further chapter in the choose your own adventure thing, you know, maybe they will actually defeat the Power Master. Oh, the war against the Power Master. I'll look and see if that is something here. Not now because I'm tired. That's the end. That's the end of the book. It was confusing. It was confusing. I didn't really know what I was doing half the time. And we never even got anywhere near fucking up the Power Master. That's pretty dissatisfying. I thought we were gonna, like, you know, take it to him or something. I don't know. Anyway, but I had fun. You know, no one watched it again. I don't really give a shit. You know, unlike a lot of other people that do this shit with no one watching it or very few people watching it, I'm totally cool with it. I don't care. You know, it actually fucks me up when people watch this. So I prefer it if you didn't. And it looks like I got exactly what I want this time too. It was pretty cool. But in the unlikely event that anyone does watch this or whatever, I hope you had a fun time. I had a good time, and I'm going to be doing it again. Checking out the Lost Jewels of Nabuti or whatever. I think that might be the next stop. But I am finding it kind of enjoyable how dissatisfying these adventures are. It's like, I don't know. They set all this shit up, and then nothing fucking happens. It's like one thing happens, and it's like, that was the adventure. And it's like, okay, I thought an adventure was like a series of thrilling events, but I guess it's just one fucking thing. That's what passes for an adventure these days. Anyway, and this is what passes for a stream today, at least. I think it was good enough. I think it was just fine. And that'll have to do. So until next time, I've been Uncle Game Boy, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you get everything you got coming to you. All right? Bye!
Nasty boys. No, my first name ain't baby.